In 1318, the quiet halls of St. Clement's Nunnery were shaken by tragedy. Sister Joanna of Leeds had died suddenly, her passing mourned by her fellow nuns. The abbess and clergy swiftly arranged her burial, laying her to rest with the solemnity expected of a devoted woman of God. But there was just one problem. A few weeks later, miles away from the convent, Joanna, very much alive, was spotted laughing, drinking, and absolutely not being dead. This wasn't a case of mistaken identity. Joanna had pulled off one of the most ridiculous escape plans of medieval times, a most unholy exit. Joanna was a nun, but not by choice. Many women in the Middle Ages were forced into convents by their families, whether for religious reasons, financial convenience, or just because they were considered too much trouble to marry off. For Joanna, the walls of St. Clement's might as well have been a prison, so she hatched a plan. Somehow, Joanna managed to stage her own death. Historical records don't give us all the details, but according to an outraged letter from the Archbishop of York, she faked a fatal illness and had an actual body buried in her place. Yes, Joanna of Leeds found a body, convinced the nuns to bury it, and then skipped town. Where did she go? Straight into the arms of medieval nightlife. She was seen living in a nearby town, presumably enjoying every single thing nuns weren't allowed to do. But word got back to the church, and they were furious. The Archbishop of York, William Melton, wasted no time in ordering Joanna to be dragged back to the convent. His official letter declared that she had acted with the most wicked and nefarious treachery by faking her death and running off to live in a carnal and perilous life of sin. Now, normally, if the medieval church wanted you back, that was the end of it. They had the power to send knights, bishops, and even local lords to hunt down runaway nuns like criminals. But here's where it gets even stranger. They never found her. Despite the Archbishop's order, there is no record of Joanna ever being caught. She had completely vanished. Did she escape to another town under a false identity? Did she marry some unsuspecting medieval dude and live out her days pretending to be an ordinary woman? Or did she join a traveling group, moving from city to city, always one step ahead of the church? We'll never know. What we do know is that Joanna of Leeds pulled off one of the wildest exit strategies in medieval history, and she got away with it.